Have you debated anyone about this?
My feeling is that I won't debate the science. So the science is set.
I got a question for you. Can a science that can't be questioned or debated be considered real science? Hey guys, before we get into today's video, I want to give a real quick shout out to today's sponsor, Virtual Shield VPN. And the reason I promote it, guys, is because I use it every single day and I know that it works, and I've proven it in videos in the past. If you use the link in the description, you're going to get 50% off, and that's going to help you protect your identity, your activity, and your location anytime you're surfing on the net. That link is in the description below.
You know, I think one of the reasons a whole lot of people like Joe Rogan is because he appears to genuinely want people to have all the information available to us. And he doesn't censor people he disagrees with, but he encourages a healthy discussion and debate. Whatever the Joe Rogan experience is in this myth between leftist, lamestream, CIA infiltrated Operation Mockingbird, MK Ultra Media, and Joe Rogan, whatever the level of deception is, the psychological operation within the psychological operation, I'm not really sure. But I can tell you that, to me, the Joe Rogan, when you watch some of his podcasts and some of the guests he has on and some of the things that they say, it's very interesting. It's things that make you think. It causes you to look at another perspective that you may not have had rattling around in your brain. So you can consider, a different view, somebody else's different view, somebody different than yours. It challenges your views. Anytime you can get your views challenged and questioned, it's a good thing. It's a good thing for the human race. That's why I'm against censorship, because censorship literally is violence. You're forcing someone into silence. You're either, shoving them off of a social media platform, or you're economically terrorizing them, saying, hey, you can't make money on the internet, but CNN can. MSLSD can, Fox News can, and we don't want to hear your voice because we feel like your voice is damaging to people as a whole. If you start eliminating voices, the voices of people in the public square of open debate, and no longer having it as the public square of open debate, you are doing society as a whole a great disservice. And as we've said before, historically speaking, if you just look in the pages of the annals of history, historically speaking, those who burn books today will be burning bodies tomorrow. Anybody who wants to force your voice into silence will want to force you to do things against your will and without your consent. And it's a violation of the golden rule. Those people who are silencing you wouldn't want their voices silenced. Oh, my opinion's better than yours, and you better not question it. And if you do question it, you're gone, buddy. That's what this is all about right here. So he's interviewing this guy named Andrew Dessler. Let's go over the bio of Andrew Dessler before he even gets started talking, because it's kind of interesting what his bio says right here. Andrew Dessler's latest research focuses on climate change, water vapor, and clouds. His work has been critical in climate change, both in informing the scientific community and introducing students to this important field. So he is an informer of the scientific community. With that as the backdrop, listen to what he says on the Joe Rogan podcast.
Have you debated anyone about this?
So I have not debated anybody about this. Actually, I take it back. I debated this person, Richard Lindzen, in 2010. My feeling is that I won't debate the science. So the science is set.
I won't debate the science. The science, he says, is set. But what if somebody on the other side who disagrees with what you call science, and I'm not making any assertions here, I'm just asking questions. What if somebody on the other side of the fence says, well, I disagree with your science, and we're going to throw some questions at you, and you respond to it? He's basically saying, I'm not debating it. It's set, it's settled. This is what it is. Guys, is that how science works? Is he saying that science is immune from the infection of politics and the corruption of power? Because as we've seen time and time again, it's very, it's apt. It has a propensity to being infected by politics and the corruption of power. So when he says, I won't debate the science, he is an informer of scientists, according to his bio right here. He's informing the scientific community. If he's one of the people informing the scientific community and he's saying that I won't debate the science, what's he really saying? You can't question me. You can't. I'm the one who informs the scientists. You can't. Like, I'm at the top of the heap. There's no way I'm wrong. Is that really how science works? Is that being honest?
Temperature's warming, humans are the cause. I'm happy to debate policy because I think policy needs to be debated. So if someone wants to debate energy policy with me,
Why wouldn't you debate the science?
because the science has already been debated in
Right.
the scientific system.
I understand that.
That doesn't make any sense. Why would you not debate the science? Because the science has already been debated. It's in its the finality of the debate mode. That's over. That's history. That can never happen again. Now we have the we have the prudential. We have the granite. That's right here. This is the Rock of Gibraltar. It ain't moving. You can't question it. It's not affected by anything. Is that really what he's saying? Is that really where he wants to go? It's already been settled in the past. You can't question it now. Oh, okay. Who settled it? Because you can call on consensus, and you can say it's settled. But what if other people have? Oh no, that's illegitimate. People can't have questions about what I say is settled. Doesn't make any sense.
But to the average person that gets confused and doesn't know whether or not you're correct or Steve Koonin is correct,
Yeah, so I
a
think
debate would be very beneficial.
I disagree with that entirely because
How so?
Because in a one-on-one debate without the ability to fact check people, so let's
Why
say
couldn't you fact check them in real life?
in real time,
Yeah, in
because
real
how
time.
do I do that? He says this paper says this, and I'm saying, do you want me to read the paper?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
it would be a
You don't have to do that in real time. All you have to do is have the conversation. And if Steve Koonin or whoever that you're debating brings up some periodical, some peer-reviewed journal, or scientists have a dissenting opinion on what you say is settled, then people can later reference that and they can go over it and they can make their own conclusions. Basically, when you say, no, something is settled and it can't be questioned, you're basically saying, so you need to just put it out of your mind that any of this needs to be questioned. It's somebody sitting in the driver's seat going, hey, I'm in control of this thing. You're not. Sit in the back seat, strap in, and shut up.
debate that would take a week.
So we do a week. I mean, I don't even think it would take a week, but there's certain points that you could get where you would go over them and we could kind of establish those points in advance. Like where's the contention? Like where's the disagreement? And why does he feel this way and why do you feel this way? And I feel like if we established like a set of parameters or a set of areas of contention.
Well, we can certainly talk about that. I think we need to work that out. But let me just sort of finish what I was saying. That the scientific system of peer-reviewed papers followed by replication. Important results are always replicated by other people.
Okay, just real quick on peer-reviewed papers. Are peer-reviewed papers infallible? Is there no way to find any error in peer-reviewed papers? Is that the language of, okay, now back off because it's peer-reviewed. Don't ask questions because it's peer-reviewed. This peer-reviewed paper is settled and we are not going to debate it. Is that fair? Is that true science? I guess the question is a science that can't be questioned and debated true science?
That's how science determines what is right. And I feel strongly that in the one debate I did do, I thought it was terrible and was a waste of my time. And I said I would never do that again.
I don't know what debate he's referring to, but could it be that he never wants to do that again because he didn't have good answers to the questions that were being posited? I don't know. Just spitballing there.
But policy is different. Policies are value judgments. And I think you do have to have public debates about that. So I think we do need to get out there and advocate for what we think we should do.
What he said is that he got into this because he brought a bunch of people together to discuss what the science is, and he said the science is not nearly as settled as he thought it was when he first started examining it.
And to me, that seems like an honest assessment.
And that's why he wrote this book, and that's why he took a deep dive into the data.
That may well be true. I can't comment on why he did what he did.
Well, that is why he did what he did. That's what he said. But the point is, like, when someone hears him or when someone hears you, there's people that would hear you and go, well, this guy's not right because Steve Koonin's right. And I heard Steve Koonin say this. And then there's people that hear you and go, well, he's right and Steve Koonin is wrong. because Steve Koonin left out all these different things, and he was incorrect about that, and he was way too lenient on the government when it comes to this could be settled. At least it can be explained in a way that a rational person could have a more informed opinion of what's going on.
Yeah, I think you overestimate the ability to settle these issues in a debate.
Have you?
One thing I think is certain in life, and that is that truth fears no scrutiny. If you're on the side of truth, aren't you open to debate? Aren't you open? Haven't you opened yourself to hard questions? If you are settled in your mind that what you have is the truth, and that's the message that needs to be heard by the masses, why wouldn't you step onto the debate stage and have questions come your way so that you can show the world that what you're saying is absolutely true? I don't understand. I have to go with no science. No science, supposed science, real science or otherwise, is immune to the infection of politics and the corruption of power. Science used to control you under the guise of keeping you safe, because that's usually what it is a science that might be worth rejecting. Leave your thoughts about this for the world and the global thought police in the comments section below. Let me know what you think about what Andrew Dessler says right here. And you tell me if you think the science is settled. You tell me if a true person who thinks the science is settled but won't debate, you tell me if you think that is, some indication that there's something disingenuous going on there. Leave your thoughts about this for the world and the global thought police in the comments section below. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to my private email list through my website, highimpactflix.com. If you like this video, give it a like, share it with everybody you know, and subscribe to me on all my alternative media platforms, because you never know when this relationship on this platform between you and I is going to end. I'll see you guys in the next video.